Today's affirmation is, I always step outside of my comfort zone. I always step outside of my comfort zone. Now, why is this important, right? It might be self-explanatory, but real quick. Too many times in this experience that we call life, it is very easy to get comfortable, right? With where you are, who you are, what you do, right? But we know, at least we should know. And if you don't know, you know now. The only way we get better is if we push ourselves past the limit that we thought we had before, right? That's how we excel. That's how we elevate, right? So by stepping out of our comfort zones, by stepping outside of fear, right? That helps us to better ourselves and excel or elevate to another level. You know what I'm saying? So today's affirmation is, I always step outside of my comfort zone. Therefore, we are always stretching, right, ourselves for better, to do better, to be better, and to live better. All right? So make sure you guys are speaking that affirmation today, applying that affirmation, living that affirmation. All right? I always step outside of my comfort zone. All right? It's your boy Toke, Test of a King. I greatly appreciate y'all. Peace. And it goes back to recording, but that's not what we want. We don't need to go back to recording. We need to save what we already recorded. So, all right. So today's test of the day, right? Today's test of the day is a loving, friendly reminder to, y'all ready? A loving, friendly reminder to get uncomfortable. Yo, get uncomfortable, get uncomfortable, get uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Listen, life is full of uncomfortable moments, situations, right? Now, speaking from experience, there have been moments where I felt the discomfort of a situation, of a moment, and rather than allowing myself to stay in that uncomfortable moment and live through that uncomfortable moment so I can elevate or so I can expand myself, there have been times where I have sort of ran away from that moment. You know what I'm saying? A quick example. There have been moments where I got the urge to speak to a woman, right? And rather than creating an opportunity or taking advantage of the opportunity to speak to this woman, I might have allowed that moment to pass, right? And I didn't listen to myself, telling myself, that little voice in my head, telling me, hey, go ahead, talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Or create this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like because I chose not to do it, it didn't help me grow in that moment. Or whatever moment it may have been in anything where I may have felt discomfort, right? Or may have felt uncomfortable. I didn't grow in that moment. But in the moments, in the times and situations where I listened to myself, that little voice in my head, and chose to step out of my comfort zone, and I got uncomfortable, right? What happened? I grew. I gained confidence. I expanded myself. And that actually assisted in the next situation or the next opportunity or the next moment where an opportunity presented itself for me to step out of my comfort zone, get uncomfortable, and do whatever it is I needed to do in order to expand myself or elevate myself, to be better, to do better, and to live better. You know what I'm saying? So get uncomfortable, y'all. Get uncomfortable in any situation, every moment that you can. Today's affirmation is: